Alright guys, this is going to be a very important video for all crypto holders. I recommend watching this video in its entirety. Some really positive things just happened, and there's also some things you really should be thinking about, so please watch it all the way through. And of course, we're giving away 100 XRP as well. But before we say that, I want to know from you guys, what country are you watching from? Put that in the comment section. That's also an automatic entry into the giveaway, because for that thing, all you need to do is press the like button, subscribe, and comment something down below, guys. And also check out the Growth Masters Academy, and let's hit 1,500 likes, guys, for this giveaway requirement. This is pretty damn insane, all right? And keep in mind, there's a whole video here, so you got to see the whole picture, not just the first 1 minute. But let me guide you guys through a very interesting journey. Charles Edwards posted on Twitter, "This is huge. Square is selling double the Bitcoin that is made, and now PayPal's doing the same. PayPal is almost 3 times Square. We already know Grayscale is consuming a similar magnitude. This is a Bitcoin supply crisis. Base case, expect huge price moves from Bitcoin." So what this is showing is that right now, there is Bitcoin being mined, right? As this number of outstanding or circulating crypto, or Bitcoin more specifically, is going up piece by piece, day by day, as there is Bitcoin being mined. However, those are all, plus a lot more, getting bought by just 3 companies. And we heard a little bit earlier that one of the hugest companies, Gottenheim, I believe was the name, some name like that, was already buying $500 million worth of Bitcoin as well. And it's just going to keep increasing. They're buying through Grayscale, and more huge companies are going to be adding themselves to there. So a couple of cool things and a couple of things to take away there is right now, there's not even enough supply from the fresh Bitcoin to suffice for only these 3 companies, which is very strange. Then I started to think, first of all, XRP is not even added on there, but it is being sold by Grayscale. It is eventually going to be sold by XRP. It's eventually going to be sold by others. Keep in mind, right now there's a supply crisis for Bitcoin, but eventually it's going to go over into altcoins. As again, if you can't get enough Bitcoin, you're going to go for something kind of similar. I've actually decided to look up a little bit about Ripple stock, XRP price and stuff like that. Funny enough, a lot of people look up Ripple stock, and especially right now and in this time, not really relatively that much though, but funny enough, in this bull run right here, a very cool thing that I've noticed that people were not really educated that much about crypto. Why? Well, they were mostly looking up Ripple. And all throughout all these years, people mostly looked up Ripple. And only now, like literally this week, it's one of the first times that people actually look up more XRP relatively than Ripple, which I found really interesting to see. All right, all this time, it is always Ripple who relatively has more. Maybe there's going to be one day or out of all of these that it's not the case, but I couldn't really find one. When I was scrolling through it really quickly here, I couldn't find one where XRP was higher than that of Ripple. And right now, we're seeing it for the first time then, which is pretty damn crazy, right? To see that that is happening right as we speak here. So it could mean a couple of things. First of all, Ripple's getting less popular. And XRP is getting more popular, but I think more so that people right now know the difference between Ripple and XRP, so they're not really looking for Ripple anymore because they want to buy XRP. They don't want to buy Ripple. They're not looking for that. They're looking for XRP. But that's just my thoughts about the situation. I thought that was just pretty cool, pretty bullish if you were to ask me. Another important thing to take away here is tomorrow is Monday, which means a lot of companies will start working again. A lot of gears are going to be grinded, which means, again, a lot of buying may take place. A lot of decisions are going to be made, and it's very important for us to be aware of that. Also, of course, the weekly candle has closed. But before we go to the weekly candle here, I want to briefly talk about Bitcoin and keep you guys up to date with my situation on that one. Because whenever I look at charts, and this is the 1 hour, which again, I'm not using to make decisions on, but I'm looking to zoom in and give you guys some idea. If you're looking at it like this, doesn't this really look amazing? Doesn't it just look like we're continuing the bull run that we already were seeing right here? It's just a dip down, a small little correction. Let's see if we can even call it a correction. Yeah, we can, 16% down before just resuming the trend. I mean, I'm a lot more bullish than I ever was right now, and everything is just looking good. The pace is looking extraordinary, and I'm really not worried to any degree anymore. I mean, it's just continuing the bigger trend. If we go to like a 4 hour or so, you can a little bit more clearly see that. It's just one little pitfall. A lot of people went crazy saying, oh, this is going to be it. I mean, no, it's not. No, it's not. Here, you might have called this it, but it wasn't. And that's going to be happening every single time. You just fall back. And right now, we're even going up quicker than a lot of other times, right? Here we went down, and it took us a very long time to come back to this point. Right now is just a correction before going up higher. And with XRP, the things are closing in right now, which is going to be very, very interesting. But if we check out the weekly here, look at that. We just closed a weekly positive again. And the fun thing with XRP weeklies is that we saw that in 2017, right there we saw some even more bullish candles, but it doesn't really matter in my opinion. It is just confirmed for me, since we never really see bullishness like this except for this big run and right now, and I guess this run, which is also pivotal in my opinion, that this is really the big thing. All right, I'm so 100% certain this is going to be insane and crazy that I've devised a new strategy for myself. I'm going to be buying XRP from right now every single day. I'm just going to be buying some. All right, of course, on every day itself, I'm going to try place my lowest order, but I'm just going to go for a little bit of an experiment by buying XRP every single day for at least till New Year's. Or if we're at $4 or something like that by that time, I probably won't do it, but you guys get the idea. If we haven't increased like crazy, I'll be buying some XRP every single day, call it a challenge, to see if I would be more profitable if I would just try to time the bottom, or if it's better to just buy every single day. And of course, I won't be buying huge chunks. This is more of an experiment just for fun. But I'm definitely going to be buying, mostly because all macro is looking like XRP is going to gain. And not gaining with a little bit, right, guys? I told you already, whatever we're going to gain strong, all right? This is not going to be a joke. This is not going to be small movement. We are going big or going back home. I've told you guys about that before. And the macro is looking pretty damn juicy, guys. So this one should have actually been the daily here. You guys know how I line them up, right? I line them up with the daily, the 4 hour, or you can actually see here. I line them up with the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, and the hourly. Again, I actually mostly check all the major patterns on the weekly here, which is now really, really bullish. Then, of course, you got to confirm that on the daily, which we do. But just quickly watching here, this one is showing bullishness as well. Why? Well, it's mostly just Bitcoin's pattern over and over again, where the general trend is bullish. If you can I disable? Ooh, if I press reset, can I then, control or command Z to reset it, or is it going to be gone forever? Because I wanted to quickly remove them and then put them back, but I don't know if that would be smart. Let's skip that then for right now. I wanted to show you guys the bigger picture here, that things are looking pretty damn bullish. It's just a correction before moving back up higher. And red candles are going to be there all the time, so don't worry about them. 4 hour, exact same situation. We just corrected before moving back upwards, seeking for some validation and some support, which we're seeing right here. We found our support, double bottom, before crossing back. Hopefully right now, we're going to see some crazy green candles. If our predictions are correct, this is where we're going to be heading. 75 cents to be exact on the trader that we saw before. If my prediction is correct, we're going to be seeing about 69 cents or so, at least as a start. We may go a little bit higher than that, but 69 cents is what we expect. And otherwise, of course, we can have our stop losses at about 57 or so cents. So this is all our buys were here. And if you buy right now, and again, having a stop right there is not going to be that bad, because it would look something along these lines. Let's quickly draw it in here. A stop at about 56, 57, and a win at about 69 or so cents. This is about what it would look like. 2.5 ratio is not even bad. You could have even put it, let's actually put it right around this. I think that's a little bit too high, but it's about the bigger picture. Let's put it something like this, a 3 point like that, and put this one a little bit more up. I normally like a 3 ratio, but I'm trying to also make sure that it will get hit and we'll be fine. Okay, so this is a little bit sketchy. We'd have to buy a little bit lower for this all to work. So we'd have to wait for one more red candle to about 60 cents. Right now we're at 61.7. It ain't gonna work. This is already a 3.07. I mean, we can kind of up it a little bit. Maybe 2.6. That's okay. You guys get the bigger picture though. I would like my ratio to be 3, but this is the minimum profit I would take, and this is against the loss that we can kind of go for. Since it's a little bit below our zone, about 56 cents or so, that would suffice. Or we can go just below this bottom here at about, maybe right here, about 58 or so. That could maybe also work, but that's just kicking it a little bit. You're risking the biscuit just a little bit, which I don't like, but you guys get the general gist of it. Then I'll have a lot of people saying in the comment section, man, Dusty, you're always bullish, but You know, your ideas about XRP hitting that many dollars, it ain't possible, man. So stop it, or just, you know, go to the freaking clown school and go back to your freaking festivals, or I don't know what you guys keep saying. Go back to the circus, you clown. I see a lot of that stuff all the time, you know, and I'm getting used to it. I'm getting very much used to it, but I just want to briefly verify here with you guys that all this talk about wealth and all this talk about trillions of dollars that are not possible, they're all in your head. Because, as we all know, it's not like it's a really big issue. One thing you should understand, all right, these guys over at Ripple, they're not dumb. They know for a fact that the more that XRP gets out there, the higher the price gets, the more use case it gets, the richer they get themselves. I mean, Chris Larson, one of the founders of Ripple, was already the 15th richest man for a little bit, maybe even higher. I don't even know, but, you know, at least in that ballpark. Billions of dollars. I don't know how much he has, maybe 40. And if XRP would have hit $10, he's the richest man on earth. I don't know if he is really officially, but you guys get the picture, right? He is very freaking rich. Very rich. Very, very rich. That would be crazy. That would be completely crazy. And he knows that. They all know that over at Ripple. They want that as well as we do, because theoretically speaking, they could just be done forever. They could just sell out, be done, over, and done for. You know, they might crash the price a little bit so they can still maybe only cash out $1-2 billion, who knows? But they'll be done for life. You guys get the picture what I'm trying to say here? These guys would rather have the price up there than you do, because they have a lot more in it than you do. But that's just one side. The bigger picture is talking about global wealth and how that works. I tried to pull up a global wealth type of chart here. It wasn't really possible. It's very hard to find. I thought maybe GDP would suffice, but no, all those freaking lines are stopping at like 2012, some 2017, but then they're just talking about the last 2 years or so. It was very annoying, but this one works kind of okay. It shows from 2000 to 2012, and what this really comes down to, the point that it's trying to make, is, by the way, global remittances right now, or wealth, is right now at 400 trillion is what they're saying here. Not remittances, I'm trying to say wealth, 400 trillion. And if you check this chart right here, you can see how it has flown over time. 20 years ago, we were at 100. So our whole wealth and everything that you can consider in that sense has threefolded in the last 20 years. It's gone from 100 to 300 in 20 years. So for you to say, yeah, crypto, no, and it can never be $10 trillion worth, it grows exponentially, by the way. It would not be crazy if in 20 years we are at the next level, at 1,000 trillion. I don't know what the English name is for the next thing that comes up. Quadrillion, maybe? Since trillion would be 3, billion would be 2, million would be 1,000, or kind of 1 then in that sense, and then quadrillion being one of the next. In Europe and in Dutch, it works a little bit differently than in English, and I don't know the names. I think it's quadrillion, though. That sounds kind of logical to me. And then quintillion and sextillion, septillion comes after that. I don't know. You guys get the picture, though, what I was trying to say. If you know the whole thing, let me know in the comment section. But yeah, on the same note, again, I think within a couple of years, we could be so high up there that $10 trillion in crypto would be just the most normal thing out of there. You know, right now we're already closing in on $1 trillion, 10 trillion easy. I think even 20 to 25 trillion is going to be simple. Remittances here, they're worth, let's say, about $1 trillion at that time. It's going to be worth $1 trillion really, really soon. And that is remittances that we're talking about. Only remittances, not even just the normal wealth. And the Forex market, by the way, daily volume of 6.6 trillion. Don't you think this is also going to be going up and up and up and up and up? After a while, it's not going to be strange for this whole Forex market to be worth 50 trillion a day. I know that sounds a little bit far-fetched for you guys, but really, just a couple of decades ago, this used to be nothing. This used to be almost nothing. Right now, it's 5.5 trillion a day. Again, keep that in mind whenever you're considering that these things are impossible. If they're not possible, you're just not thinking it far enough. If you think it's impossible, you're just not thinking far enough, because all this stuff is possible. And I kept asking things on Twitter, by the way, for some documents and stuff like that. And I've been finding cool things. I'm trying to share that on Twitter. So by the way, if you haven't done so already, make sure you follow me over there. I could not find a proper chart. People didn't send it to me. Again, if you just want to interact sometimes, or you're good at searching things on Google, go follow me over on Twitter and tell me, man, follow me back as I got that stuff for you, or just tag me whenever you find something which is useful. Hey, we got Martin here. Damn, there we go. The only problem is it's a video, which is a little bit more annoying, because I don't know if I can just press it with the sounds and stuff like that, but I'm definitely going to be giving this a look, and I'll talk about it later in the next video going to be coming up. But definitely a shout out to Martin Falk there for helping me out. Very much appreciate it. How come I didn't even see it then? Oh, because he replied to my reply and not to the original comment. So that was my bad. But definitely thank you for helping me out then. I really, really appreciate that. And I appreciate a lot of you guys. Even though I don't say it too often, I do. Here, I was just checking more things out. I also did not have anything open, I guess. So, to kind of come down to the point, 400 trillion, just to start. This is going to be going up really, really soon here. When I said here 2 decades, no, I think even 1 decade, we could be really doubling this. Why? Well, right now we are at a crossroads, right, where everything is going to be getting digital. Money is getting printed, I know, tomorrow. But also, I think we're going to see huge exponential increases in this because of digitalization and things turning into robots. You guys get what I'm trying to say with that? I don't know the English word for it either. Robotization? I don't know. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Where, wealth can increase so much faster, and also things like Amazon, right? Those increases that it's making, and the same for Tesla and companies that Elon Musk has, they all increase at such a rate which people have never witnessed before. It's really unfathomable, if that's... Guys, what is going on with my English? I'm trying. It's not my native English language. Some people don't know that, but I keep reminding you so you can tolerate a couple of mistakes, right? The accent may sound a little bit foreign-ish, national-ish, but it's foreign, all right? I'm trying my best, but it's not my first language. Please understand. Please stick with me. I'm not a moron. I'm just not completely familiar, but I try my best to do. Make sure you guys can't hear it. So I practice a lot, by the way. A lot of people don't know that. I practice this stuff. I go over a lot of sentences to make sure I can pronounce them better, and I try to read every single word that you guys post in the comment section, and and look them up if I don't know them, because there's a lot of them. All right, I'm not a professional still. I of course have academical English vocabulary, but that's still going to get you so far. Maybe I can get going on some economical discussions because I have studied that maybe, but you're gonna put me in a politics field and I'm burning. All right, if you're gonna talk with me about bipartisan or something like that, I'm gone. All right, I'm gonna look at you like a I don't know, like a donkey or like a goose, something like that. And yeah, just to come back to these price predictions, like I've talked about earlier, these things are gonna be kind of my baseline. It kind of feels crazy to say that, but yes, they're my baseline for the future. 375. That's kind of like all-time high-ish territory, right? Yeah, I'm a lot more bullish than I ever was. A lot of it has to do with this weekly candle, though, that just closed here. I'm so extremely happy to see that. And again, I'm not going to be making any crazy choices except for buying XRP every single day from now on. Just small doses to see if I'm going to be better off. And this is not financial advice. I cannot recommend you guys to do the same. This may lose me a ton of money. I don't know. I don't care because I think it's going to be working out fine, but I cannot recommend. Everything is just looking poised for the freaking moon. And I'm very freaking excited, guys. Oh, am I excited. By the way, check out the Growth Masters Academy. This is where I shared what I do as a main job. This is what I do for a living, if you guys were wondering. At first, again, I did something completely different. Econometrician or data scientist is what I used to do for fun. Or as a job now is this. Instagram stuff. It's not even YouTube, as some of you guys thought. They're thinking, oh man, you only do this to sell us something. You have ads in your videos, so you must be doing this all to milk money. I don't know if you guys know, but this stuff does definitely not earn well enough for all the effort that I put in. I try my best to give you guys the most entertaining but also valuable content. And for the amount of work that I put into making these things, I could better just do my normal work. But it's just generally because I love doing it that I keep going on. But there's a lot of you guys hating, man. I don't think it's appropriate. If I thought it was, I wouldn't have said it. But yeah, that is that. Again, things are going to be looking very, very juicy. Very happy to see. And tomorrow might be a very big day. Normally over the weekend things dump. Well, it's looking very juicy. And a quick little overrun of altcoins because you guys kept requesting that and I sometimes forget to do them. Let me quickly take some look at some coins. XRP, as we said before, looking juicy, still following the plan. This, by the way, is our XRP master plan, which we talked about before. Let me try getting this perfect if we can here briefly. This is looking very, very bad. There we go. This is our XRP master plan, which is still working out, by the way. I'm still happy to see that that's all coming along nicely. This works, by the way, on the 4-hour and any hourly chart for that matter. Daily, let's quickly see if it works as well. I think it does. I think it does actually do it very, very properly. Yes, it does work on the daily as well. It's only a little bit of zooming that you need, but it works. Our plan is still on, by the way, which means, again, $1 really within the next couple of days, maybe December 4th or something like that at maximum. ADA, let's see here the daily. No, let's go down to the 4-hour. Things are looking pretty nice. I can actually kind of include all these coins because they're reaching these higher levels, right? Right now we're in the final stretch for ADA specifically to overcome its tip, which is about 7% or so higher, but the real body, that tip, is only about 2% or so higher, meaning, again, ADA is going to reach higher levels for sure. It's really a couple of hours is all it's going to be taking, unless we see a Bitcoin dump. Ethereum here, same kind of scenario. I told you guys about this before. This was surely the dip for Ethereum. There was no other way around it. That's why I kept holding on to this one. I didn't actually buy any Ethereum, but that's mostly because I just got some Ethereum right here at around 570 or so, as some of you guys know. I told you guys about that. So I wasn't really buying, but at the bottom because I already bought some. But this was kind of expected as well. VeChain, again, as I said before, a little bit less clear all the time. It's really been that way for a very long while, even though this one is looking bullish still as well. Not as much a continuation, except for a continuation since November 4th, so that's kind of nice as well. And we have XLM to kind of tip it off here. I don't know what else to say with this one. It's just looking extremely, extremely bullish. Things are looking very, very nice. Clear dip as well. Clear upward move, to put it in layman's terms. Right now, we fell back down a little bit again. I don't know specifically what that was for. Maybe because we already closed in on the top so much and we're still seeing that same resistance already kick in. So we already, had an ADA move, but then a little bit heavier. And so it fell back down to test, again, support that I didn't draw into this chart. And now it's launching itself back upwards. Could definitely be. And ended off once more, XRP is online to hit the moon. Guys, take care. I'm buying.